Hey guys, James here. Welcome to another video. Thought I'd try something a little bit different today, a little bit of bike maintenance. Bike's been on the rack for a while. It's just too hot to ride it, the bomb track, my bikepacking bike. So I thought, why not give it a little bit of care today, a little bit of TLC, whip the chain off and do a bit of a chain wax. Wasn't long ago, maybe a year or two ago, I think actually, that I switched from regular chain lubrication to full immersion chain waxing, and just haven't looked back. I'm doing it on all my bikes. So I just thought I'd give you a bit of a look today at what that process is. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, so please enjoy. And if you like this kind of thing, you know, let me know in the comments, give me a thumbs up. I'm still experimenting with what I want to do here with these videos. So yeah, cheers. Thanks guys. Let's get started. So I keep my bikes on this homemade bike rack, which is basically a hook in a piece of wood attached to the wall. All the bikes are there, it's pretty convenient, they're out of the way. Now, to get this job done quickly and easily, the best thing really is a bike stand. Work stand's really handy. If you haven't got one of these, consider getting one. Just makes the job really easy. Makes most jobs on a bike really easy. So yeah, we'll get the bike up here and clamp it in place, and then we'll have a look at some of the bits and pieces needed for this job. We're going to need a piece of wire to hang the chain on, pretty handy, some rubber gloves so you don't get grubby, some goggles for the splash if there's any, slow cooker, and a chain pliers, like a chain remover pliers. Yeah, pretty straightforward. All right, so to get the chain off, just give it a bit of a spin until you can find the chain link or the quick link, and get your little tool and get that link undone. What I should have done here is actually loosen the chain off first. You can do that by putting it in a lower gear or adjusting your derailleur. Yeah, get the links out, don't lose them, put them somewhere safe, and you don't actually need to wax those, they're fine. Just put them back on like normal. Get the chain off, ready for its super hot wax bath. All right, so you want your little piece of wire, mine's just a coat hanger, to put the chain on. Basically going to use that piece of wire to dip the chain into the wax pot. Now I'm doing it with the wax still hard, so I've only just turned on the pot. I'm not doing it and putting it into a preheated pot. So just thread the chain on, you'll figure out the best way to do this. It's going to be different for everybody. And once it's on there, just drop it in the slow cooker on the low setting always and only, with the wax still hard inside. That's the go. About an hour later, nice and wet, there it is, nice and shiny. Give it a jiggle, get all the wax into all the little crevices in the chain, and time to remove the chain from the pot. Don't wear a shirt that you love. I've ruined a shirt. My wife got really angry at me. Also wear some gloves because this is actually quite hot. Another little bit of a jiggle before it comes out, and then unthread it off your little hanging apparatus. Mine's a coat hanger, like I said. And then I hang it over a hook over the top of the wax pot, just to drip any excess wax back into the pot. At this point in time, you can turn the wax pot off as well, but leave the lid off it so that the chain can drip in there. All right, another hour or so later, we got one set chain. It is set and ready to be, all the chain links need to be broken. So all the wax inside of those chain links needs to be broken off. First, I'll just tidy this up. Now, the way I like to break my chains is just use the handle of my bench vise. You can use anything, but this is kind of handy. So I just pop it over there and pull the chain back and forward like this to break every link. And it doesn't take long, it's pretty easy. And once that's done, it's basically ready to whack back on the bike. Brilliant. Okay, same as before, but in reverse. Pop the chain back in. Now, your bike may have a specific chain orientation. There's a lot of different types of chains. This is just a regular 12-speed chain. And putting it on any which way is fine. But the chain ring might be a little bit fussy with regards to the teeth on there. Your bike could be different to my bike. Here I'm just checking to make sure the operation's correct before putting the quick links back on. So I saved those quick links just here in my little work stand tray. I'm just going to pop them back on. There's nothing fancy going on here. And then just a little bit of fidgeting to get that quick link reattached, and check it. Like after you've attached the quick link to the chain, have a close look at both sides of the quick link just to make sure it did seat correctly. You don't want to be cranking away up a really gnarly hill and find your chain flops off because you didn't put the chain link back on correctly. I'm actually having a bit of a struggle with this one because I left my glasses over on the bench and I can barely see anything without them. Truth. Looks good. Reset the group set and start cranking away. Just to give it some shifts. This will loosen up the chain even more. Make sure it shifts. Now, after you've done this, the first 5, 10, 15 minutes of riding, the chain will still be a little bit stiff. It'll take a little while to loosen up. It may even be just a little bit noisy, but it will settle in really, really well. And then it'll be a dead silent group set. And any stuff that flips on there is just gonna drop off. Any dirt. Wax chains are great. They really resist crap. And they don't get too dirty. Put your bike back on the rack, or wherever you keep your bike. And yeah, that's it. Hey presto, ready for another maybe 300 Ks of riding. Pretty cool. See you guys next time. Like I said, hit like and subscribe. Cheers.